Emergency, or DOGE, now continues. The agency already axing billions of dollars in federal spending.
It is all part of President Trump's plan to streamline the federal government. ABC 13's Rachel Branning asked your lawmakers about the move.
Our Republican congressmen like Ben Cline say DOGE is making good on President Trump's promise to cut wasteful government spending.
The federal government is broken, and Donald Trump and Elon Musk are working hard to make government work more efficiently and make sure that taxpayer dollars are spent on appropriate functions of government.
But Democratic Senator Mark Warner argues that it's an overstep and it's already gone too far.
Neither one of these guys are kings. If Congress sets up a program, Congress has to unwind it.
The president appointed Elon Musk to lead the DOGE team with no congressional vetting or approval.
Do you believe that Elon Musk is the right person for this job?
Well, President Trump believes it, and I think that that's the best indicator that Elon is going to get the job done.
I mean, think about this. He's only been doing this for a few weeks, and look at what he's uncovered.
In less than a month, DOGE has made billions of dollars in cuts, from looming federal workforce layoffs to axing hundreds of diversity, equity, and inclusion contracts and programs overseas. Congressman John McGuire says the cuts are needed.
We're spending millions of dollars on LGBTQ comic books in Muslim countries. It's nonsensical, and he's just getting started.
I also took those cuts to Senator Tim Kaine.
Overseas. Just one example is a $2 million grant for gender-affirming care and LGBTQ activism in Guatemala. Do you think that these taxpayer dollars were being spent efficiently? And do you think that cuts like these should have been made before President Trump took office?
I think people are throwing around a lot of, oh gosh, this isn't a good way to spend money. And Elon Musk, he has a platform where he can say it was for this or that purpose, but the fact checkers are finding that an awful lot of what he's saying is flat out wrong.
Our three Republican congressmen, Griffith, Cline, and McGuire, are members of the DOGE caucus in Congress. They say they'll have regular briefings from Musk, as well as the ability to weigh in on cuts.
We need to have oversight on everything we do in government, and we're doing that.
You want to highlight some bad programs? Let's have at it. If need be, we'll eliminate them. But shutting down whole functions of government is illegal and will end up costing the taxpayer money.
The DOGE team says they'll continue to look at every aspect of federal spending to see where they think cuts should be made. That includes the Department of Education, the CDC, FEMA, and USAID. Back to you.